Don't be trapped by your retirement accounts, man. I'm gonna read this email and I'll share with you my own story, and it just sucks, man. All right, so here's my man Dave. Question for you: what are options for someone who is 51, just lost their job for over a year, of 130,000 a year, and who could be out of work for at least another year? My wife is 48, working. She's making 110. We have 2 kids and $620,000 trapped in our retirement accounts, generating inside the account about $4,000 a month in dividends and income. Man, I don't know how to say that, but still, I get what he's saying. If I had access to the $4,000, I wouldn't have to worry about returning to my crappy old job. I could be a stay-at-home dad. I guarantee there are many, many people in my situation under 59 and having funds trapped in a retirement account. Dude, 100%, man. It sucks, dude. Now, there are some options, minimal at best, but one is a 72T, a separately equal periodic payment account. And what that means, how old is this guy? 51. You'd have to take a certain amount of money out of your 401k until you're 59 and a half, essentially. So what happens is, with using the 72T rules, you have to take for 5 years or until you're 59 and a half, a separately equal periodic payment. Each year you take X amount out. There's an IRS table that tells you roughly how much to pull out. So in this case, you'd have to take it out for what, 9 years essentially. So but basically 9 years. You have to take a certain, let's say $50,000 a month, a year. Excuse me. I don't know what it is. There's a calculation, but let's just say it's $50,000 a year. Going back to your $4,000 a month in dividends and income, you take $50,000 a year, each and every year for 9 years until you're 59 and a half, 8 years, 9 years, something like that. If you stop it because you got your job back or another job, you'd have to pay a penalty. So once you start that process rolling, you can't unroll it. It has to keep going until you're 59 and a half. That's all there is to it. So you're stuck. And you can't take more, you can't take less. It has to be this equal period, payment period. And that's it. So whatever the rules are, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But it's not going to be, it probably won't be that much, frankly. Anyway, that's the only other way around it. Now, and this is what happened to me. When I quit my crappy old job to start this business, I needed $100,000 to see me through in 2018. I had to take $100,000 out of my 401k. I was 46, 47, so I knew it was going to be a 10% penalty, which it certainly was. And on top of that, I knew it was going to be penalized, and I had to pay income tax. Right? So I had to pay I had to take out $130,000 just to have access net to $100,000 of taxes and penalties. Suck, man. And that was that's $30,000 of my money I had saved up. Well, my company's money as well, that I know I didn't have access to. I had to give right away to Uncle Sam. And you're stuck in there, man. The only other way is to pay the penalty. There is no other way, which sucks. There's no other way around that. So you got the 72T option, which is fine. You can do a SPIA, an income annuity, but that's going to cover for your whole life. There is no other option other than take the money out and paying a 10% penalty. And again, when you take a 10% penalty, you're paying the penalty on the amount you take out. And that amount is also taxable too. So just the whole thing, it stinks. And if you don't have $10,000 sitting on the side, guess what? You got to take $10,000 for your $100,000 distribution to pay the penalty, which is also subject to penalties and taxation. This is why I tell people, look, I just got an email from a guy I did a plan for, and he's going to retire at the end of this year. He's making more money now. I think he's in the 32% bracket, if memory serves, maybe 28. I can't remember. But I said, dude, you're making more money now. You'll never make this much money again. So you might as well keep doing the deferred accounts, if that makes sense. But for a lot of us, I think it's better to pay more taxes today while the cash flow is flowing, to have accessible cash like my man Dave here when he's 51 and laid off. That way you don't have to pay a penalty or something like that. Now, I can't remember what the rules are if there's unemployment. You'd have to look at that. You just look at the 72T rules, exceptions to the 10% penalty. You'd have to look. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I think it's disability and I think it's death. I do not think it's unemployment, but you'd have to double check. So, and I can't remember under the CARES Act they give you. I just don't remember. But this is the problem with having your money trapped inside a retirement account. All right. Hope this helps. Sucks, man. I wish you the best. We'll see you.